I never liked mirrors. Maybe that sounds childish, but there's something about staring into glass that makes me uneasy, like it's holding on to more than just a reflection. Still, I never thought that fear would be justified until that night. It was a Friday, the kind where the city seemed alive with neon and noise. My friends and I were hopping from bar to bar, chasing the usual chaos. But around midnight, I decided to stay behind while they moved on. The air outside had felt wrong all evening, too heavy, too still, and I figured another drink might steady my nerves. That's when I saw her. She sat alone at the far end of the bar, pale as if the light itself refused her. Her dress was outdated, black lace trailing down her arms, and her hair spilled across part of her face. She didn't drink, didn't move, just stared into the mirror behind the bar like she was waiting. Nobody else seemed to notice her. At first, I thought she was just another eccentric regular, but then her reflection shifted. While she looked straight ahead, the reflection seemed to be staring at me. When I finally met her eyes, she smiled. Slow, knowing, not kind. I blinked, and she was gone. No sound, no movement, nothing. The space she occupied was suddenly empty. I left the bar immediately. The night air was colder than it should have been, biting against my throat. I tried walking home, but the city felt wrong. Streets too quiet. Lamps dimmer than usual. That's when I heard the footsteps. They followed me, matching my pace exactly. Quick when I quickened, slow when I slowed. But every time I turned, the street was empty. Until it wasn't. Under a flickering streetlight, she stood. Head tilted, hair covering half her face, lips moving in a whisper I couldn't hear. I ran. By the time I reached my apartment, I was trembling so hard I could barely fit the key in the lock. Inside, I locked the door, leaned against it, heart racing. I glanced at the hallway mirror. Her face stared back, not behind me, but in the glass where my reflection should have been. That same stretched smile, teeth too sharp. I smashed the mirror, but every shard still held her grin. Weeks later, she's still here. I catch her in windows, dark phone screens, even puddles. At night, I hear her footsteps moving through my apartment. The worst part? Last night, I dreamed I was sitting where she sat, pale and waiting, smiling into the mirror. And when I woke up, I wasn't sure if the dream had really ended. So if you're ever drinking in a crowded bar, don't stare too long at the mirrors. Because maybe she's already staring back.